Okay, I have a very special guest that I would now like to introduce to you. She's a mom, a mother of 3 children, 8, 12, and 14 years old. She is a very successful actress and has starred in all the Matrix films and is currently starring in the popular Netflix series Jessica Jones, which I absolutely love, that TV show. She is a meditator. She is a health enthusiast. And she's the founder of Annapurna Living, a website designed to nourish, uplift, and inspire women through writings, teachings, and online courses. AnnapurnaLiving.com is the website. She's also an author of the book, The Fierce Grace Collective, which is also a private membership site. And a big passion of hers is supporting moms. How many moms do we have out there? All right. How many dads do we have? All right. So if you could please join me in giving Carrie Ann Moss a Longevity Now Conference welcome. Please, Carrie Ann Moss.
Thank you so much. That felt so good to receive that from you guys, so thank you so much. I am a mom, as you just heard, and I am a complete health enthusiast. I feel like how important it is to live a life that is nourishing from the inside out is like everything for me. And I try to do that like really simply by the way that I think, by the way that I eat, and what I spend my money on, and how I participate in the economy. Our next guest, who I am here to introduce, is someone who I trust completely. I feel like today, in the times that we're living in, that we get so much information, right? There's just so much coming at us. Like, what do we believe? What do we use? Who do we really trust to give us the information that we need? And Nadine Artemis, right? I feel kind of weepy introducing her because not only is she an incredible author, her holistic dentistry book is one that I give to everybody. And when I give it to someone who has never had the awakening, like all of you have had, about well-being, sometimes that book is the entry for them, understanding that their well-being comes from within them, starts in their teeth, starts with what they eat. I mean, that's new for a lot of people. Not only does she have the most incredible line of elixirs and beauty potions, I mean, come on. Who uses living libations? I mean, Nadine and I joke that I should just have like a huge suitcase everywhere I go with living libations products, because everyone stops me and asks me, what do you use on your skin? How come you smell so good? I went to an open house once and went and looked at the house, and when I left my phone number. The woman texted me and said, what was that oil? No joke. But what I wanted to share about my friend Nadine Artemis is the integrity that she has. Because when I look at like who I'm going to listen to and who I'm going to trust, Nadine is at the forefront of that for me. We had a texting conversation the other day about her property. You know, she has this beautiful, her and Ron have this beautiful home in Toronto on this beautiful, beautiful piece of land. And they're building their headquarters there. So they're building this huge building to do all their products and have their employees there. And anyone who's undertaken building a property knows how full on that is. And I asked her, what's the benefit? And her why tells you and me everything about Nadine Artemis. Her why was that every morning she could walk the most beautiful 20-minute walk to work and that the land would imbue every product that she makes. That is Nadine Artemis, right? Not only is she brilliant and beautiful, but she has integrity like no one I know. So I'd like to welcome Nadine Artemis.
Hi. Good morning. Thank you. I'm so glad to be here, and thank you. I'm so thankful for all of you who came to this weekend and are here this morning, and lots of love and thanks to, is this good? Sound good? To Rebecca and Len and David and Angela and all the beautiful people that volunteer to get this rolling. And thank you so much, Carrie Ann. You are a dear sister. So here we are. We're going to talk about beauty and immunity. So to define beauty is a vast task. For sure, beauty is not another adrenal-driven ambition, another self-improvement goal clashing against the rocks of time. But is the purpose of beauty to be perfectly pretty when we peer into a magnifying mirror? Is the aim of beauty to free our faces of fine lines? Or do we want to feel it from within? After our 9-month nap in amniotic fluid, the flora of our fabric gets its initial inoculation going through the birth canal. And breast milk, with its 200 prebiotic oligosaccharides, further activates our microbiome. Beautiful babies are born with they're covered in a white waxy vernix sheath, which is home to the maternal microbiome's genome and is a gift to our skin's future glow. In today's rush to rinse the baby, this probiotic patina is removed. And babies born by cesarean are vulnerable because ambient bacteria, instead of their mothers, colonize their skin. For many, these missing microbes can increase one's risk of infections, allergies, or skin imbalances. Essentially, we live our lives in this perpetual bacterial bloom. A whole ecosystem lives on the surface and the multi-layers of our skin. So our health and our beauty depend on our millions of microbes. So things like acne, age spots, eczema, melasma, rosacea, hyperpigmentation, fungal infections, blackheads, thrush, dandruff, dry, scaly skin, and more are all manifestations of microbial imbalance. Our skin is coveted by every cosmetic that systematizes skin types as like dry, oily in the T-zone, or hormonal. But these are not types, they're symptoms. Symptoms may vary from subtle to severe, yet they all point towards microbiome imbalance. And the microbes that cause imbalance live on everyone's skin. But when microbial diversity plummets, pathogenic bacteria breed, triggering skin and immune issues. So to thrive, we really need a whole menagerie of microbes. Yes, these are our friends, and we didn't know that. You know, it's kind of new past couple of decades. Before, we just wanted to kill everything. So the thing with most modern cosmetics is that they suppress the beauty of this symbiotic system. The bacteria domesticating our dermis are altered by what is applied topically. The constant rubbing and scrubbing with a daily diet of chemical creams and cleansers fumigates our flora and puts our body on alert. It removes the protective bacteria along with their food supply of sebum, cells, and lipids. And this disrupts the homeostasis of our skin's oasis and gives rise to everything from early wrinkles to rosacea. The best beautician is our bacteria. When we outsource our beauty routines to bacteria, you can see with this list, it really micromanages our skin for us. And a thriving microbiome is your best friend forever. And a thriving microbiome works like the best beauty cream ever. So only a few millimeters of skin, I can maybe put this here. Only a few millimeters of skin separate our bodies from the outside world. Yet its unique microbial multi-layered design provides the perfect protection. There are 4 layers to the very thin surface layer of our skin, the epidermis. Our hydrolipid barrier, which is the stratum granulosum, produces ceramides and phospholipids. The next layer, the stratum spinosum, is an immunologically active, net-like layer that provides protection to the basement layer, the stratum basal. This layer generates keratin and melanin cells and pushes them up to the top layer, the stratum corneum, every 14 days. And this continuous cycle culminates in the loss of 40,000 cells every minute of our lives, which is always it just goes to show you there's a whole bunch of stuff going on that we can't even think about. Our outermost layer, the stratum corneum, is our sun protection and anti-infection layer. It is mostly comprised of dead skin cells, and this has given rise to the practice of chemical peels and excessive exfoliation. However, exfoliating cells away too quickly tips the balance where cell loss exceeds cell production. And this leaves the young cells underneath stressed and vulnerable. If we disturb this layer regularly, and we do, it creates an ongoing health deficit of missing microbes, inflammation, abnormal cells, and easy entrance to toxins. All of this gets further exacerbated by our steady use of soapy cleansers. Studies show